Charlie J here. So, as you can see, I'm having a moment this morning, and I started to make a post about it, just write something, because it's something that a lot of people can relate to. But every time I tried to, type something, I just couldn't. So I've been in a lot of thought, and pardon me because I'm in the process of taking my hair down, but just had to have this moment of transparency because this is something that, my best friend and I have been talking about really heavy lately. Um, and so I'll just start here. My best friend and I, throughout life and throughout our, um, like dating guys or whatever, in dating people, we used to wonder, like, we put so much into these relationships, and not so much as, like, not, I'm not talking financial, I'm saying, like, we are always the ones praying for our spouse. We're always the one pouring into our spouse, empowering, encouraging, um, uplifting, inspiring. It's kind of like we get with somebody and we put our all into them. Um, always wanting to see them at their best. Um, and that's just who we've naturally been, you know, just pouring a lot in because we desire to help. We desire to help people live their lives to their fullest potential. And sometimes it can be kind of bad for us because we pour so much in, we end up drained. And if we're not getting that back, it's kind of like we're stuck looking like, what about me? And it's not to say that we go into anything expecting the other person to do anything for us, but we just began to, just kind of notice, like, after, sorry, it's a motorcycle, but, after relationship after relationship after relationship, and you find that, we started looking at the pattern like, dang, after these people left from us or we parted from them, they ended up being like the perfect individuals for the next person, or they ended up being so much better than they were before they got to us. And that's not to be cocky or arrogant or try to say that, oh, we're the bomb. What I'm saying is we recognize that we have a gift. We recognize that we are healers. And so when you're a healer, you have to be careful when getting into relationships and dealings with people, because you tend to attract people that need something from you. You tend to attract people who need that uplifting, who need that encouragement, someone who's lacking something in their life, and then you come along and you offer that, and you be like, oh, this is perfect, and they be all head over heels for you, and vice versa. But then it's like once they, you fulfilled your purpose in their life, then you find that you split ways, or the dynamics of the relationship just changes. And in recognizing, finally just sitting down and being like, this is the gift and the curse of being a healer, because you pour into everybody else and then you are like, so who's pouring into me? And when it comes to relationships, it's a different dynamic, because she and I have some amazing people in our lives, as far as like sisters, and not blood sisters, but like sisters, spiritual sisters, and mentors and things like that. So that's not the issue. We have those people pouring into us, but we're talking about when it's a relationship, because we both we're dating for the purposes of marriage. That's whenever we're dealing with someone, our goal is, what we desire, which is marriage. And so we're not looking for temporary fulfillment. We're looking for that, like, lifelong. And so it's like, we get with people, and the thing about healers, the thing about empaths, is we tend to attract people who are like, it's like a familiar spirit. So you all get all excited and you're like, oh my gosh, like, we have so much in common. Oh my gosh, we finish each other's sentences, but really that's nothing more than your spirit, the familiarity to you that they have, that draws them to you so that you can give them what it is that they need, what it is that the ancestors or the creator needs for you to provide for them, that healing service or whatever. And it has just really gotten draining. I've just grown tired of kicking it with people, and I'm starting to notice that the people, lately it's been people who need something, people who have these little things that need to be fixed, or people who have gotten just fresh out of situations, and you know, they're trying to coast their way through. It's like providing that breath of fresh air for them, and then you're left almost like gasping for air because you've given so much to them. And so this video is coming from, it's stemming from just having been single for quite a while, and evaluating each circumstance and seeing really that these were healing situations. These were situations where I was placed in somebody's life to do a service, and the next minute is like, it's over with. And it can be scary, because now I'm feeling like I don't want to keep fixing people. I want somebody who's going to come in and not need fixing, or if they need a little tweaking, because none of us are perfect, but I'm ready for someone to come in and to be the one who I've been waiting for. Like, I don't want to keep fixing. I'm like, I don't feel like it now. I'm tired. I'm all fixed out. I want to be happy. I want to be like in a relationship that's really about me and that person, and not about fixing or providing whatever they need. And that's where I am. And so now I'm starting to pull away from anything that seems like it's moving too fast, or it's got a familiarity, or it seems like, it could be so awesome, because those are the very situations that I found myself getting sucked into, only to find out later that there was some, this was, another one of those fix some situations and send them on their way. And I'm not going to say it's ever one-sided, because in some of these situations, my last actual, what I'll call it, I guess it was relationship, he needed some things. Our relationship opened his eyes up to some things, whether he will admit that or not. And it provided some healing for me in some areas too. And so, being an empath, being intuitive, being a healer, you will also attract people who will help you. But it's just like, you get to a point where, and just in reality, I'm tired of being a service to everybody else. I'm tired of it being this work. I want to be happy. I want finally for that person to enter my life who is meant to be my lifelong partner, who's meant to help me raise my kids, who's meant to lighten the load. I'm tired of being drained. I'm tired of fixing other people, So I'm just in a place where I'm kind of like I like to say, going in my cocoon or hiding in my little bubble, where I'm even getting to a place where I'm almost scared to talk to anybody, because I feel like it's going to be another moment of work for me, and it's not going to be that relationship, that courtship that leads to marriage. I'm tired of it. It's a cycle. And so my best friend and I have been on the same vibe, and it's funny because we're going through it at the same time, to where we're like, forget it. Date for what? I don't want to keep helping other people be so much better for the next person who enters their life, and I got to do all this work, and then I'm left with nobody, and everybody else going on about their business. So I'm that's where my mind is right now. It's not and this is going on 10 minutes, I'm so sorry, but I just know that there are other empaths, there are other healers out there who are going through this as well, because I've seen it on my Facebook timeline, where other people who I know have the same gifts are noticing that as well, that it just really gets draining when you want a relationship for yourself, but you're constantly being put in a place to fix other people, to be better for other people. And then you just sitting there like twiddling your thumbs like, all right, glad I can help. Now who's gonna come my way? So 10-minute video, I'm so sorry, but those who are meant to hear it are gonna hear it. I tend to try to do things spirit led, so which means I'm not gonna post just to be posting. Like I said, I tried to write it out, but something kept saying to do a video and just be transparent about it all. So some people, those who have this gift, are going to definitely understand this video, and then some of y'all gonna be like, what? And that's okay. Peace, y'all.